Hello, Capricorn. Capricorn, this is your March mid-month. Capricorn, the first oracle card that was pulled up for you talks about balance. It is so important, Capricorns, for you to get your balance back, to be able to get things back into harmony. Finding the balance between home life and work life, the balance between relationship, partnership, and family. There seems to be a little bit of confusion that goes on here for Capricorns, trying to be both invasive and non-invasive with the situations at hand, where Capricorns are tending to have conflicts where family members are concerned or friends are concerned. It also talks about the adverse influences that surround you. There is going to be a lot of emotional development going on for you currently, Capricorn, as well as finding strength in situations, especially when you look at both the northern and southern sectors. It talks here about, with this card, it talks here about the balance that's going to you and from you. Remember, the energies that you're putting off and receiving are either one and the same or quite different. What I'm talking about is in March, you're going to want to get some help. Mars and Venus is going to help with romance and passion in both marriages and relationships. Finances are going to be enough. Okay, it does feel like there is going to be opportunities for growth where your intellectual part is, where your knowledge is, where learning is, whether it's schooling or careers. There is also a passion here for relationships. So Capricorns, you're wanting to be in a relationship here, and it's showing that mid-month to the end of March, you are trying to make something come through. Singles, you single guys, it feels like you have the love opportunities in front of you, or you will be seeing them during the second half of March here. Existing partnerships or relationships are going to be happy and fulfilled. I do feel like there's going to be finally balance coming through for them. It is very positive as far as looking at your ongoing or onward movement here in the month of March. It also feels like for some of you, you may have definitely suffered some disharmony among relationships with family members. Again, this could be through parents or grandparents. There's some type, or older siblings. There's definitely some type of disharmony that was going on with you, family members, and yourself. There may be renovations that need to be made either to your home or to family situations. Also, there is going to be repairs that are needed in your home, which may have to do with plumbing or electrical. Be aware of that. Also, I feel like children may get affected being torn between two parents, so be careful of not having the child be involved if there is in fact a separation for some of you. There is definitely health issues that may concern you during the middle to end of March. This may be having to do with more like just your diet regimen, really. It could be blood pressure, things of that nature, so just be careful with that. Be careful of your salt intake, okay, or prepared foods like fast food restaurants. Also, there's something to do with suggestion for money, and it feels like the flow of money may have not been as consistent as you would have liked it to have been, but it does feel like it is starting to pick up at this point. Definitely starting to pick up at this point. A lot of you, for your next oracle card, it's going to speak about asking your angels for help. So some of you are expecting your higher power to make things happen, to make things better, to get things underway, to bring wishes to come, true. It feels like you definitely need to speak more to your angels, okay, according to this oracle card. Also know that Archangel Michael is one of the ones who you want to speak to, saying, I am with you, and I'm giving you the courage to make life changes that will help you work on your divine life purpose. Okay, so Archangel Michael is definitely giving you the courage to make the necessary changes to help you to work on your divine life purpose. Your last card, in fact, will be about control, either losing control or finally taking control. There is a lot of control issues that tend to become a problem for you. I also feel like there may be many people around you who may try to control you or your situation. I feel like the negative side of that is because you're not allowed to voice your own opinion or learn your mistakes yourself. For some of you, there's going to be an opportunity where you're going to be able to judge rather than be judged. But at the same time, I do feel like there is something to do with some kind of a blockage or a block. If you're feeling like you have a block, if you're doing writing and you feel that writer's block, or if you feel like you can't move forward and you don't know which way to go in your life, wondering about career being a decision, wondering if you're on the right path, maybe you need to get a reading. But for now, most importantly is to make sure you're following your heart, following to where you feel the happiest, where learning becomes enjoyable instead of a chore. You are going to find strength in areas of artistic value. You're also going to find strength in financial gain. Some of you may be deciding to take something forward or move something forward. Some of you may be deciding to purchase a home or a house. This may be a condo, it could be a townhouse, it could be a big home or something near the country. I also feel like some of you are wanting to get near water very badly or wanting to make a purchase near water. There is going to be opportunity for you to also be able to join in with someone. I feel like there is going to be somebody who is willing to help you out, somebody who is close by, somebody who always is around, somebody who's definitely hanging around wanting to step things up. You're also going to get a message from somebody very close to you with ideas for what you can do to increase your business flow. Some of you are entrepreneurs and have your own business. Be careful of other people who may be jealous of your situation. You also may be dealing with a Sagittarius or may be dealing with someone who is willing to share something with you or share what they have with you or their ideas so that you can develop your own way. There's also going to be a choice or decision that you're going to be able to make that's coming in the very near future, but I do feel like you may feel there's too many options, too many choices, and it may create a lot of confusion for you. Some of you will have to do some meditating on this in order to find out where it is that you're going, where it is you want to go. You're also going to be able to do a lot of self-awareness. And again, your meditations are going to bring a lot of answers to you. So be aware of that. Some of you have definitely faced recently the tower moment, the situation where you kind of were jumping out of windows or jumping out of the roof or jumping off the roof, meaning that you found the extreme level that you cannot tolerate any longer. And again, this may be due to dealing with an emperor person that has the energies of the emperor, someone who can be quite toxic at the same time. This person may have behaviors of drinking or drugs or pornography or something that has to do with abuse or neglect, as a matter of fact, because this person, in fact, may have left you out in the cold, may have walked away, may have created a lot of a disaster for you. Things that were quite disappointing, things you had to clean up. You may have been dealing with a water sign as well, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or you could have been dealing with an earth sign. Okay, so be aware that this situation may have felt like it had you tangled up. This situation could have felt like you were unable to set yourself free, which was not true. You are going to fight your way out of this situation, and due to your upbringing, due to your knowledge, due to what's instilled in you or upon you, you're going to be able to take what you have and move forward. I do feel like you are going to be able to finally sit at a restful peace or peaceful rest. And that way you are going to be able to make up your mind on whether or not you want to, in fact, share a cup with someone else. For some of you, I do feel like you are being stretched or pushed to move too quickly. For some of you, you may be learning something at work and they're moving too fast. You're not quite getting all the information you need. Somebody's trying to speed something up, and they're not taking their time. Again, I feel like fast messages are coming in back and forth between you and somebody that you haven't spoke to in quite a while. For some of you, you might have maintained to be the hermit for a little while, only because you were trying to get yourself together or trying to figure out what direction you want to go next. Some of you are still waiting for that ex-partner to return so that you can, in fact, work on something new. However, I feel like it is creating extreme anxiety as panic attacks as well. Again, some of you have to meditate in order to separate this or sort this out. Also working on your throat chakra in order to be able to speak the words that you need to speak to protect yourself. Some of you are being very stubborn, not willing to turn around and look at the obvious or look at the options that you have available to you. Some of you are just waiting for that one person to come through and offer you that special blessing. So I do feel like that is going to be very important for you. There is definitely going to be an opportunity here for you to have a new endeavor, a fresh start, a new beginning, so to speak. So this is definitely coming. Again, there's going to be a choice that's made between you and someone else or about someone. It also may have to do with you doing some traveling. There does seem to be a lot of traveling going on here, and it may be in reference to family or a celebration that is coming along the way. I feel like there is going to be, again, that offer that's coming to you. Whether or not you accept it will be up to you. Each individual will be different. Many will, many won't. So unfortunately, trying to read all of you just isn't possible. I do feel like there is a knocking at the door. There is somebody coming to you unexpectedly. Somebody comes and they want to speak to you. I feel like they ask someone else if you are home. So if you are not living alone and someone else is living with you, the other person will be the one to answer the door unexpectedly to let you know that you have, in fact, a visitor. I do feel like a talk will take place, conversation will be there, someone will speak about missing you and wanting to get back with you. So this is all going to be a blessing for you, those of you who are missing a partner in action right now. For some of you, you are definitely trying to make a decision between moving on without someone or going back to repair a situation. That is, again, going to be up to you, but the opportunities will be available to you from mid-month to the end of March. Please stay tuned for your April reading to see where this does finally go. Thank you for watching, and this is your mid-month March